everyone, and welcome back to Seduce Me. Last time, we got Matthew to fall in love with us. And let me just say this. The cake wasn't a lie, just ruined. Anyway, it's time for Matthew's epilogue. Anyway, let's just not waste any time and dive right into this. Okay, let's go. I expected many things to happen in my life. I expected to graduate, follow my dreams eventually, and live a happy life with the person I grew to love. Well, I got just that with my absolutely adorable incubus, Matthew. Matthew and I had been together for a year. We were happy, we were in love, everything was perfect between us. Being with Matthew was like a dream come true. We would design toys for the Anderson Toys company together, and whenever we were free, we would play video games until the pillows of our bed called us to sleep. That sounds like a good life. I always woke up with a goofy grin and would go to bed as happy as a kid after a day full of fun. That was the joy that I got being with Matthew. However, there were a couple of times in my time with Matthew where life wasn't totally full of laughter. Well, it's full of laughter from Simon.
Simon! Get back here!
Huh? Matthew? Simon, our dear pet of sorts, was always a handful and managed to add a little spontaneity to our days. Often he'd run around the mansion, exploring new nooks and crannies, and finding little gems for his treasure hoard in his corner of the kitchen. However, sometimes that wasn't enough, and he'd start going after Matthew's things, making things disappear one by one underneath Matthew's nose. Being busy and distracted, Matthew would never notice until the amount of missing items piled to noticeable standards. And sometimes, it took a lot of stuff to get Matthew's attention.
Give that back, Simon!
Matthew, wait! Hold on! Why did he take this time? Usually I was able to help. For some reason, Simon imprinted himself on me, treating me with a fair amount of respect and obedience. Whenever it came down to getting something for Matthew from Simon, I was always the mediator between the man and the toy. This time, though, Matthew wasn't as eager to get my help.
No, I got it. Simon!
Oh, jeez. What? Before I could ask why, Matthew was off in a cartoon-like chase with Simon on the second floor. I had to take a moment to absorb what had happened. Did Matthew really say no to help with Simon? It was practically unheard of. Simon was like his mortal enemy of the house now that Sam was gone. If anything, Matthew had always held on back up just to even the playing field with Simon, as the little furball was known for not playing fair. I stood there for a small second, listening to the distant sounds of Matthew running and crashing into things, thanks to Simon, no doubt, flabbergasted. To my dismay, Simon's antics and the odd change in Matthew's behavior didn't end there. At one point, it apparently grew to its worst. Okay, Matthew was baking again in the kitchen. The smell of sugar and vanilla practically invaded my senses as I walked into the room. I was more excited to see my incubus meticulously measuring out ingredients. A part of me wondered why he wouldn't become a baker or a pastry chef. I guess he was happy working for his brother at the toy company. Somehow, that part of Matthew made me smile a bit, knowing he was helping my grandfather's company grow. That's nice. I shook out my thoughts and let the sweet air completely consume them, lost in the guesses roaming my mind of what Matthew could have been making. That smells good, Matthew!
Huh? Thanks. I'm almost done. I'm just looking for...
Oh, no, here we go again!
Ah, Simon!
Simon! Matthew, watch out!
Huh? Ah!
Simon is running around again, his toy knife in one paw, a small cake-like square for pastry in the other. Despite the bluntness of the toy knife, the gleam it gave off scared us into forgetting that, causing us to duck and weave out of natural instinct. Noah proceeded to help Simon flee his crime scene and usher Matthew to the following rage.
I swear to God, Simon!
Matthew, hold on! One arm on Matthew urged him to stop and listen, despite the red flush that had proceeded to paint over his face from the building anger in his body. I had to admit, it was adorable to see him so angry, but I didn't want him to become a volcano of rage thanks to Simon. What did he take? We can just get there and make more.
Huh? No, it's fine. I just need to get him. It's okay.
Oh dear. Matthew, just tell me what it is. Well, whatever it was, Simon just said it. At the moment, the red flush in Matthew's face instantly paled, and he almost looked as white as snow in shock and... fear? Huh? Oh no! He's going full demon! It only lasted for a moment before his entire body almost began to glow in an ethereal blue tint, and his eyes began to flicker gold.
Ah, Simon!
Oh dear. That singular noise of Simon's caused my incubus to rush out of the kitchen without answering me and sprint across the kitchen towards the sound. I followed close behind, barely able to keep up with Matthew's speed. When we arrived outside in the backyard, Matthew skated to a stop, body completely frigid. I rushed up behind him and looked over his shoulder, wondering what froze him so stiffly. At the base of the gazebo sat Simon, crumbs surrounding his body as he licked his lips joyfully. His tail swung back and forth in victory as Matthew fell to his knees in some sort of humiliating defeat. Matthew, what's wrong? Oh dear. The look on Matthew's face was completely upset and bursting at the seams of anger. However, I could tell Matthew was holding himself back from straight out doing something stupid. Matthew knew better than to let the anger control him. I, however, did not appreciate Simon's games pushing that limit. I glared at the white doll and stepped forward, catching Simon's attention. Unlike Matthew, Simon would remain obedient with me. I didn't want to be harsh, but I had to give him some sort of punishment for eating Matthew's pastry. I grabbed Simon by the scruff of his neck, causing him to squeak, and lifted him into my eye level. You are in very deep trouble, Simon! Simon let out another squeak, but didn't fight back as I marched with him straight back into the mansion and into the dining room, where a nice cage sat at the end of the dinner table. Inside were many things to keep Simon occupied, but it was indeed where he would remain until later. I opened the cage and gently placed him inside, quickly slipping my hand back out and locking the door so he couldn't escape. Matthew looked at me with a blank expression before shrugging and hopping onto the hamster wheel inside. You're not coming out until Matthew said so, alright? Despite my question, Simon kept running the hamster wheel, causing me to sigh and return to Matthew. Matthew had come back inside and was sitting on the steps of the grand staircase, still looking down and out about the situation. I grimaced and lifted his head slightly, almost heartbroken at the sight of his puppy eyes. Hey, how about we go to the Pink Lady Cafe for a bit, My treat. Matthew remained silent for a moment before nodding and standing. He wasn't smiling yet, but at least he wasn't completely downtrodden. And here we are at the Pink Lady Cafe! Same one from Valentine Panic. When we arrived, we ordered our favorite treats and sat at one of the tables. The cafe was recently renovated to look more modern, and it definitely showed in the decor. Despite this, Matthew still didn't look like he was feeling any better. Matthew? Simon's in his cage. It's alright now.
Well, I mean, it is, but it isn't.
Oh dear. What do you mean? Matthew bit his lips and dug a bit into his strawberry cake, refusing to answer. I can only press my lips together in irritation. Who's Matthew hiding from me? Matthew? He lifted his head to look up at me. Please tell me, what did Simon take from you? Another moment of silence passed before Matthew sighed and slouched into his chair. What surprised me was his face brightening into a peach pink.
It's
a ring. It's a ring, isn't it? Huh?
It's a ring.
It's a ring. Matthew, I'm not understanding what you're saying.
It's a ring, okay? It's a ring. A proposal ring.
What?
I found a gold ring in Simon's stash when he dug up trinkets from your grandfather's study, and it seemed to be the same size as other rings you have, and hey, maybe it was in the family heirloom or something, so I wanted to use it in a cake to propose to you, but Simon apparently got mad that I took it, so he's been screwing up my plans, and...
Matthew, hold on! Matthew's face was as as red as a tomato at this point, but he looked up at me, digging himself into his shirt and sweater like a shy turtle. I could tell he was holding back from exploding somehow, but he stared, stopping himself from rambling further. I myself was unsure of how to handle this. He wanted to propose to me, with the ring he found in the house, and Simon pretty much ate the ring, or he ate the cake pastry he was hiding in and hid it from me and Matthew. Still, Matthew wanted to propose. I could not help but hear my heartbeat escalate to a rapid tempo in my chest. I was beyond happy and joyful, and despite not being asked yet, and despite the situation Matthew was in now, I was more than excited for the future ahead. I felt my eyes start to water as a smile grew on my face, stretching wide in pure joy. Matthew's eyes widened at sight, and he straightened up in a bit in worry.
Hey, are you okay?
Matthew! I rubbed my eyes and face, trying to calm down from my ever-growing excitement. Matthew hadn't proposed just yet, and the surprise was in essence ruined, but I was beyond thrilled to know that we were going to take those steps in our relationship. As I lowered my hands at last, I grinned at Matthew. I love you so much, Matthew. Matthew stared at me, completely dumbfounded. I didn't want to mention his proposal plans anymore, not wanting to ruin his day further, so I simply laid out my love, hoping he would understand my intent. I was willing to wait as long as it took for him to make things perfect. Matthew finally smiled and laughed a bit.
I love you too.
The air around us finally eased, and we were back to the joyous energy we shared so proudly as a couple. Matthew ate with a little more excited vigor as I watched, thoughts of the future spiraling in my head. So I guess you'll be finding another way to propose to me, huh? Matthew took a moment and nodded to himself with a chuckle.
Well, my first plan was ruined by Simon. I have to try something else and really sweep you off your feet.
Matthew, you already do. Matthew blushed and chuckled a bit, stuffing a piece of pastry in his mouth before swallowing it in pride.
I promise to make you the happiest person in the world, okay?
Okay, I know you will. Alright, and that was Seduce Me, Simon's Revenge. Hey, did anyone else notice that Simon is right behind Matthew? Like, right there? I didn't notice that at first, but I just now did. But anyway, yeah, that was Matthew's epilogue of Seduce Me. So, who is it that we're going to romance next? Well, only one way to find out. Tune in next time. Thank you all for watching. Be sure to leave a like, and see ya in the next one. Yep, see ya.